Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today I wanted to share with you the Elf Beads order that I placed for items from the new Secret Garden collection. I actually received this yesterday, so I've been holding off waiting to film today. So I'm so excited to dig into my package. And, as always, everything is so beautifully wrapped up. But let me go ahead and start opening this. So let me get everything out. All right, so I've got everything out of the tissue paper. And yeah, where do I start? So I'm going to start with what is in here. So let's see what we have. Oh, and we got a couple of the World Beads. So let me get these out of their packages. All right, so this one I am so excited about. This one is the Ice Painting World. Well, it's actually just called Ice Painting, but it is one of the world style beads. And this one, even though it's called ice painting, like I can see this being used in the summertime as well, because these little swirls inside the glass also remind me of, waves that you would see in the ocean. Oops. So let me get that there. So it just reminds me of waves that you would see in the ocean. And the color definitely to me is reminiscent of something you would see, like when you go to, oh, I don't know, the Virgin Islands. Like it's just got that beautiful, like Caribbean blue, Bermuda blue, like these are the color waters that you always see with those brochures with the white sandy beaches. So even though this is called ice painting, and I definitely see it being versatile in the winter time, I also think it's going to be very versatile in the summertime as well, with any kind of water themed bracelets. And oh goodness, this whole tray is just filled with baggies, so let me just put that there. All right, so this is the Sky Rose Meadow World. And this one I feel is just slightly lighter, like a slightly lighter blue than the ice painting, but very similar. And this one, as you can see, has a bunch of the white roses painted on, and then these other shapes, I believe they are kind of like freehand leaves, but just a really pretty, real pretty blue. And this, I'm hoping it captures on the camera well, but there is a little bit of sparkle in the base there. I just thought these two world beads were so, so pretty. Like here is a side view. And I don't think I showed you a side view on this one. But they're both just so pretty, so magical. I think appropriate for both winter and summer. So very, very pretty. All right, so I opened silver, so I'm going to open lavender next. And this one feels very protected by bubble wrap, so I'm pretty sure I know what's in here. Yep, bubble wrap. And we have the ice dragon. So let me get this out of the baggie. All right, so here we have the ice dragon, and I was so excited to see another dragon. Like when Mila first took over Elf Beads, I mentioned to her about the dragons that I had missed way back when I was first, starting to collect beads, I knew about elf beads, but I only was able to order like a handful of beads. And then I had to stop because I had babies and, diapers and, baby clothes and baby toys. Like that's where all my money went. And now that my kids are grown, I can start treating myself. But I was so sad that I missed out on all those dragons way back when. So I'm so glad that Mila has brought them back. And this here is the ice dragon. And I remember on Instagram, she designed a bracelet that had like a dark blue dragon pictured. And I still study it. Like, I wonder if there's yet another one that's coming out or if it was this one. Um, she can release dragons in every color under the sun, as far as I'm concerned, and I will buy them every single time. And it has this beautiful deep blue, almost like a midnight blue, shimmery base here. And then it has like a brighter, almost like cobalt blue head and scales. And here we have a side view. Like you can see that the glass is just very clear. So all of that sparkly magic is happening there at the base of the bead. And it just has all that pretty shimmer. Right, so going in order, we have silver purple. So we need to open another silver bag. Let me get what's in here. So let's see. This one actually has a few things. So we have another one of the ocean pond flowers. I already had one of these that she had gifted me. And then we have the, at least on the baggie, it's saying carmine blossom, but I think, yeah, that's the cherry blossom. And then we have the peacock flame. So let me get all of these out of their baggies. All right, so here we have the ocean pond flower. And this is one that I definitely knew I wanted to have a second one of. Mila had gifted me one of these kind of as a surprise. So I just thought it was so pretty with that sparkly, just blue base. Like the blues in this collection, in this release, are just so, well, magical. I guess that would be the word I want to describe there. But as you can see, the base itself has, again, almost like that Caribbean blue or Bermuda blue. And then to me, the sparkle, like the underlying sparkle, it almost has like hints of green to it, or maybe even a little bit of blue. But the flowers themselves that are floating on this sea of blue, we have almost like a white daisy flower. And the center stamen is just this gorgeous bright blue, or bright yellow. And then the leaves themselves go from like a darker jungle green coloration to almost like a lighter, I don't know, mint or pistachio green. But I just thought this one was so pretty. I don't have a lot of blue in my collection, and I was really excited to see this collection drop because, it's a good way for me to expand into a different color. So this is the ocean pond flower. And then all right, so this beauty here on the site is called Cherry Blossom. And I just think this one is gorgeous. It has, as you can see, these beautiful pink four-petaled flowers. And I just love how, like Mother Nature, when she shades flowers, like towards the throat of the flower, it'll up here darker, and we have like that darker pink towards the center of the flower, and you have that little bubble touch right at the center of each one of these flowers. And then it's got that really pretty, to me, this looks like a pistachio green or seafoam green for the leaves. And I just think cherry blossom trees are some of the prettiest out there. Like, I love springtime. Like, I know it's springtime in Colorado when I see the cherry blossom trees in full bloom. Like, I know that winter is finally finished rearing its ugly head, and that springtime is here because the trees are now all in full bloom. So I am definitely going to need to order a second one of these. I just think this is absolutely gorgeous. All right. And this is going to be another one of those beads that I'm going to be sad that I only have one of, so I'll probably be going back and getting another. This is the Peacock Flames, and I am just such a huge fan of purple, as you guys can probably tell looking at my nails. But, you know, Elf Beads has like this coloration, like the violet coloration. And this is such a beautiful red violet. Like, we have, of course, you know, the more red violet on the right. And even there, like, you can see there's very subtle shading. Like, some of it is a little lighter, and then you have a little bit of a darker red violet highlight, and then even a little bit of white. And then, you know, like this stripe here has almost like a dark plum, which is reminiscent of this color. Like, I just think this bead is so well done, because then you also have the darker red violet to match, you know, from this side. And then just going down the center of the bead, you just have this glittery, almost like coppery or gold stripe. So, so pretty. So this is Peacock Flames. And let's see, we last opened a silver baggie, so we are gonna open a purple baggie next. So let's see what is in here. Oh, and these are the silver beads. Let me get these two out. All right, guys, so here is the hummingbird flower dangle. And this, when I saw it, oh my gosh, it took my breath away. Here in Colorado, my brother especially, like, he lives up in Woodland Park, Colorado. And if you can picture like this little mountain cabin that's just got windows on all sides of the mountain cabins, like it's just all windows. He probably has, between him and his wife, probably a good 15 hummingbird feeders surrounding their cabin. And I kid you not, they probably have at a time like 100 hummingbirds just buzzing around. Um, you know, sometimes they will buzz my ear, like when if I get too close to the hummingbird feeder. You know, some of the males will come and I don't want to say they attack me, but, you know, they definitely come, you know, buzz my ear and, you know, let me know that they're there and that they don't want me going near their food source. And it is a full-time job feeding those little buggers. I mean, I see Lisa, she just does the sugar water. Like, she, you know, she's buying sugar in bulk and just boiling that stuff down to make the syrup. And those little hummingbirds just love it, and they come back every year. This one I just thought was so beautiful with the fuchsia. Like, that is the flower that the hummingbird is drinking the nectar from. So I just thought this was so beautifully done. And my mom, like, one of her favorite flowers that she always would have on her back patio was a fuchsia. So, I mean, Mila had me just at the dangle part, you know, just this part. But then, my gosh, guys, look at this bale. Like, I love when any bead manufacturer does anything special with the bale itself. And this one is just chock full of flowers, and it's just a sight to behold. And I thought I was going to do good with just one of these, but then I saw Mila online like post the most beautiful symmetrical bracelet, and she used two of these. It's like, Mila, you're killing me. You kill me every time you post, every time. But this, I mean, if I get one, I am content, because I just think this is such a gorgeous just a gorgeous bead. So beautiful. The next silver that I was just all over as soon as I saw it was this one here, and this is just called the Eternity Roses. And Elf Beads does have a couple of beads that are similar to this. Like, I know they have one with scales. Like, actually, I think they have two different ones with scales. And those have always been on my wish list. But this one, they just came out and they have roses instead. And with, again, my mom, you know, anytime you see me buying anything flower related, it's because it just makes me think of my mom. And my mom just always had the most beautiful roses in her garden. And this just kind of reminds me of the climbing roses that she would have. She had the most beautiful red climbing rose bush that was just on the trellis. She also had one that was more tropical in nature, that kind of had like this color here. But she had the most beautiful climbing roses. Like, she had three on her back patio, and those things were just in full bloom, taller than me. You know, they probably were above like 7, 8 feet, just in full bloom all summer long. And this just makes me think of those rose bushes. And we've just got all these beautiful just roses just completely winding its way around. It's an eternity symbol, so it's just never ending. And I just thought, oh goodness, I was thrilled when I saw this. So this is Eternity Roses. Let me see here. I've got one more silver baggie. So let me show you what is in this silver baggie here. This one actually is stuffed full of a few things. So let me show you everything in here. All right, so I am going to start with, again, some of the beads that kind of have the ice theme, although I think this will also work well in the summer with a water theme. And this is the Deep Blue Ice Roll Frost. And I was just so captured by this particular bead. Like, it reminds me of the Candy Crush fractal beads. Like, I have the Candy Crush fractal, which is the pink, and then I have the, oh gosh, what is it called? The one that's more of the darker purple. And just the pattern on it reminds me of those beads. And I just love how you have like a lighter blue and then the darker blue. This one is not a fractal, it's completely smooth, but it has that frost finish. And I just think it is gorgeous. Like, I'm gonna need another one of these. Like, that's the problem for me with elf beads, is I order just one, and then I need to go back and order another. I don't know if that's a good problem to have or a bad problem to have, but I'm going to call it a good problem just because I just love these. So this is the Deep Blue Ice Roll Frost. And then this next bead here, this one, oh my goodness, I am absolutely going to need another one of these. This one is called Blizzard. And again, I think even though, you know, blizzard makes you think of winter, this I think also can be used in the summer. Like to me, this reminds me and makes me think of the waves in the ocean. And this is just magic in a bead right here. This one, it probably should have Monroe in the name because there definitely are some clear CZs in there. And just look at the swirls and just the gradient blues in there. I mean, we've got that lighter blue and we've got the darker blue. There's almost like a metallic finish or a shimmery finish as I turn it. And of course, you got the sparkle from the cubic zirconias. And I just love the movement in this particular bead. I am just amazed. The side view on this just amazes me as well. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous bead. So definitely getting another of this one. So let me show you the next. All right, and then here we have, this is one of the beads that Mila had sent me ahead of time, and this is the Winter Sky Flower Monroe. And this one I knew I needed a second one. So, you know, here I have two. And this one probably is hands down my favorite glass bead from the whole release. And I would say the Blizzard is probably my second. Like, I love the beads that have the CZs. Like, diamonds are a girl's best friend. And yeah, but they're all beautiful. They all are beautiful. But this one, again, kind of has that blue violet base that kind of morphs a little bit into or shifts into that red violet. It's got the cubic zirconias, and then it has these flowers that have, of course, the ruffle, and they just remind me of columbine, where that center portion is more uplifted. Um, yeah, just gorgeous. Like even like again the throat of the center flower there, like it's a light pink, and then it goes to like a dark purple, and then you even have like the little individually detailed stem in there as well. Like this is just magic. So, oh my gosh, I am just, well, in love with everything I got. So this is the beautiful Winter Sky Flower Monroe. Okay, and then here we have, this is the Solar Flower Monroe. And again, this one, being in Monroe, it has the CZs. But then this one also has a little bit of sparkle there in the base, as you can see. So a little extra magic. And this one, again, has that red-violet base. And the flowers themselves are like this cornflower blue to periwinkle color. And then the center, I mean, you can just see the individual, like the texture of the center. Like this would be a flower that a little bee would be happy to visit, because I can just see and imagine all the pollen in that little flower center. And I mean, just the beautiful, again, the variation with the flower petals. I just love it. Oh my gosh. This one I only ordered one of, so I'm probably going to go back and order another. And one thing I always do with elf beads in particular, because they always have the deal where, you know, I want to say it's like the code is 4 is 5 or something like that. You just have to kind of search on the site. But I always make a point when I buy that, of course, I'm logged into my account. So I order or I get, you know, my elf gems for, you know, my order. But then I always make a point, like if I'm going to order 4 beads, I always make sure that they are pretty much the same price range because, you know, you buy 4, you get 1 free. So, you know, it doesn't make sense to buy, you know, 4 beads that are $36 and then select like, you know, a bead that's, oh, I don't know, $20 for my free bead. So, you know, I always try to shop smart and, you know, buy beads that are all in the same price range so that, you know, I'm taking advantage, you know, of the deals and rewards that Elf Beads has. So this is, you know, I'll come off my soapbox as far as like, you know, what I do, but this is the beautiful Solar Flower Monroe. And yeah, I'm gonna need a second one of these, especially when you see the next bead that I'm gonna show here. All right, so here we have the Dreamfield World. And yeah, I made a mistake only ordering one of these because I think these two pretty much are meant to go together. So pretty. But this Dream Flower World, like what I really love about this is that you see, to me, it reminds me of ice cream and like maybe vanilla ice cream where you have put a fruit topping on it and then swirled the fruit topping in. You've got like this lighter pink with like this swirl of, oh, I don't know, maybe raspberry. So maybe like a strawberry ice cream with a swirl of raspberry. And that swirl, as you can see, is a little shimmery. So it is beautiful. And then, of course, we've got the little bubbles in the bead, in the glass, and we've got all these flowers that are just kind of floating there on this base. And these flowers are more of a like a baby blue or a powder blue, and then they've got those bright yellow centers. And then you also have these touches where the leaves are that are just, you know, again, the leaves themselves aren't just a solid little touch of green, like you've got the darker green that kind of shades into the lighter green. So I just think this bead is just amazing and gorgeous. Here is the side view of the bead. You can see that. And so, yeah, I see this being a centerpiece and then, you know, having, you know, 2 of these on either side in a design. But I will figure something out until I get a second one of these. But this one is the beautiful, let me get back to the name, Dreamfield World. All right, and now I've got what is in my little free gifts. So let me open these up. All right, guys, so let me open that. I have a bead rolling off here. Let me put that back. So let me get what's in here out. Ooh, Hearts of Winter. Let me get this out of the bag, you guys. All right, guys, so here we have the Heart of Winter, or Hearts of Winter. And let me zoom in a little more. This one is so pretty. Wow. Like this one has, again, kind of that reddish violet base. And as you can see, as I move it there, it definitely has that shimmer, like that aubergine, almost coppery shimmer. And then the hearts on this, they are raised, so definitely has a bit of texture, textural feel to it. And they are just in the most beautiful aquamarine, or maybe robin's egg, spring blue. So pretty. And actually, kind of coming back here, like these two, I can see pairing well on a bracelet stacked together. And, you know, this would definitely pair well here as well. Like, I just love these colors for spring. Like, it just makes me think of the cherry blossoms and the cherry trees, of course, blooming, and just all those spring bulbs just emerging from the ground. So very, very pretty. So this is the Hearts of Winter. Okay, let me open what's in here next. I really love these new little envelopes. Like, talk about longing for spring. Like, these new envelopes just make me want spring to get here even faster. So let's see, what do we have here? Ooh, this is the teal perpetuals. Let me get this out of the baggie. All right, guys, so here we have the teal perpetuals. And this one is just the softest teal color. And it has this raised bump on either side. Like, I want to say there's a bead design like called Caterpillar that I know other bead brands have made, and this kind of makes me think of those caterpillar beads, but with an elf beads twist, where it's got the flowers going down the center. And the perpetuals are actually some of my favorite beads. I have one that is more kind of a white and gray, or white and black. And then I have another one, I want to say it was the swamp perpetuals. Like, I'll have to go and look at my jewelry box. But I love that this is something that Elf Beads is also bringing back, like in springier, lighter colors. And this one is so pretty with the white flowers along with that just soft teal base. Like, here is the side profile. Oh, and what an interesting side profile. That is just gorgeous. So yeah, I see myself needing one of these as well. And I actually think too, like pairing it up with this one is a really nice match, just because of the hearts kind of mimic the color here as well. Just a gorgeous collection. So that is it, guys. I know this has been a rather long video, so I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of the Secret Garden collection. Like, I would love to hear your thoughts. What are your favorites from the collection? And yeah, I will catch you in the next one. Take care and stay safe, guys. Bye.